All right, everyone. Well, welcome. I'm glad to have you back in here. As you can see, one of the things that I did with this Zoom session was that I went ahead and it's automatic now that you have a waiting room for people. So I will be stopping and adding people as we go. Can everyone hear me okay? Everybody can see the screen. Okay, good, great. I've got everyone right now is muted, but if you do have a question, please stop and ask. You can just unmute yourself and go ahead and ask the question. But we are going to be talking today about Screencast-O-Matic, Loom, and Screencastify. Those are screen recording options that you can use that are very simple, easy to use, and will be really helpful to you in terms of what we've been doing now. My name is Robin Young. I'm the school librarian at the high school. And again, I want to make this useful for you. So if you need to stop and ask me questions or do something specific, just let me know, okay? I am going to share my screen with you so that you can see what we're doing. And I might have to check back occasionally to make sure that we don't have other people that I need to admit into the waiting or from the waiting room. That is one thing with Zoom. When you're working on something, you're teaching something, if people start coming in late, now that we have to do the waiting room because of the Zoom bombers, you know, that's kind of a pain, but that's something that we all have to do now. So I'm going to go ahead and share my screen with you. Okay, you should be able to see my screen now, and I'm going to minimize the screen here so you can see what we're doing. This first one is called Screencast-O-Matic, and Screencast-O-Matic is just very, very easy to use. I usually just Google Screencast-O-Matic because I never remember the exact website, but you can see it there. And I've got links to all of these programs that I'm going to show you today. So I'll be able to give those to you in just a minute. Oh, good. Look, it pops up so I can admit people. That's great. I am kind of flying blind right now because I can't see you guys. So if you do have something, you should be able to put up a chat or something and I should be able to see that too. Okay. All right. So Screencast-O-Matic, once you go to the website, you pop over here to where it says launch free recorder and it will load. And it will pop up with this information where it says Open Screen Recorder Launcher. Now, I've been using Screencast-O-Matic for probably 7 or 8 years. It has worked well every single time. Sometimes you might have to download something where it'll say recorder will appear in a minute or you need to load something. With our laptops, it works just fine to download. We have full rights to be able to use this, so it shouldn't be a problem. So what will happen is it pops up here, and you can see that I can adjust the screen to wherever I want to with this dotted line that's around the edge. You can see in here that I have narration, and you can hear I'm not using any special recorder or laptop or a microphone or anything. It's just my standard microphone. I do have it moved a little bit further away from you right now, so you can move it a little bit closer so it picks up a little bit better. And you can just see that with the green lines that are going across. One thing I do want to mention to you is that I am speaking in a loud voice. This isn't something where we can whisper like this or talk quietly or whatever. I've told my kids, sorry, I'm going to be loud right now. But when you record, you do have to use full teacher voice to be able to record this. When we're ready, we can see that we can do just the screen. So if you don't want anybody to see you on there, I do that. I can record with the webcam. Now it's doing a double duty on the webcam because it's in Zoom and it's in Screencast-O-Matic, so it's not going to show it right now. My preferred way of doing it is using both. So I've got my screen here that I'm recording, and then there's a small picture of me that would be over here that you can see once again. It's not doing double duty and using Zoom and this other. And then all we do is in this bottom corner, we just hit record. It'll count down and it will record whatever you're saying and whatever is on your screen. So you can put up different windows. If I can get things to load here, I got a lot of things going right now. I can do something on the website and the kids can see that. I can be talking through this whole process and you can see that it counts down here. I have 15 minutes to do the recording on this. Now, the only thing it won't do is that it won't record, like if you want to play a YouTube video and put that on the screen, it won't do the computer audio for you. It will just do the your spoken audio, okay, but not what's on the computer. So that is one problem with this if you want to show a YouTube video or something like that. You can see it's still counting down. I'm going to go ahead and hit done.
Hey, Robin, I'm only seeing the screen recorder screen that you sign, where you sign up. Is that what we're supposed to be seeing?
Yes. Can you see the dotted line right now? There's a dotted line around the screen.
No.
Page, like where you
Okay.
Can you see when I switch my screen?
There, I see you switching the screen.
Okay. It's only recording whatever I have on the screen. So I just had where it says screen recorder and launch free recorder. That's just up there right now. I can put whatever I want to on the screen. This dotted line that's around it, if you're able to see that, and I'm putting my cursor around where it is, the line is what's actually the area that's being recorded. So anywhere and anything in there is what's being recorded.
Robin, every time you say you can see, you can see, you can see, I can't see whatever it is you're talking about. I didn't see any green lines. I didn't see where it said record.
Okay.
I can't even read I see this dotted line. It's about 1 3/4 inches wide and about 1 1/2 inches tall. And there's writing in there and it says record at the top in the black part, but I can't read the words that are underneath it.
Okay. And you don't need to read the words. Just know that, and thank you for explaining that to me, and what you were seeing and not seeing. You might not be able to see my dotted line because that is the screen recorder, but this is just anything that's on my screen is what's recording. So if I do a playback, I'm not sure you'll be able to see that. Let me see what it does. Yep. So were you able to see my recording right there?
No.
Okay. All right. Sometimes on Zoom, it doesn't let you do that. And so I wasn't sure. Let me explain a couple things here with this. Just know that, and I'm trying to, hold on just a minute. I got a lot of things here going because I've got a recording going on that I need to save for you and show you how that works. Whatever's on the screen, once you hit record, it just records it. Does that make sense?
It makes sense, but hitting record is not something I can see. I can't see where it says record and then you hit it.
Okay. And so, and that makes sense. Can you see this part right down here where my cursor is?
I can't see your cursor.
You can't see the cursor.
Oh, I just saw it. It was in the lower left corner of my screen.
Yes. So in the lower left corner of the screen, there's a box that just says, it's got a red button that says REC for recording. And that's all I do is push that and it records whatever's on the screen. So I apologize that it's not showing what it should be showing through here. That might be something with Zoom not being able to see everything at one time. But I know that you can see when I switch my screens, so just know that whatever I'm recording is on there, okay?
Okay.
So then with Screencast-O-Matic, we hit the done button. And once we hit done, there are two options. You might not be able to read them, but can you see that there's a box that has two options on there? If you guys can go ahead and give me some feedback because I can't see you right now.
No.
So you can't see this gray box that says next, save, upload, or edit video?
No, I can't see it either.
We can't see that.
That is so crazy. Okay, we're gonna do something just a little bit different. I am gonna delete out of this. Okay, so I apologize. When I have done this previously, everybody was able to see what I was doing, so it wasn't a problem. So I'm not sure why it's not. So once you go into Screencast-O-Matic, there's just a simple button that'll pop up that says record. And I'm sorry, I thought you guys were able to see that. It doesn't make any sense why you weren't, because it was right on my screen and that's what I was sharing with you guys. I might try one additional thing. Hang on just a second here. Let me try one more thing and see if I can start it afterwards. Give me a second, sorry. I love it when Zoom works, and then when you can't see what's on my screen, then it drives me crazy. So, all right, let me try sharing my screen now with you. All right, give me some feedback now because I can't see you. Can you see this black box that's on here?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay, so for some reason now Zoom is letting you see it. Okay, so when I hit start the screen recorder, this is what pops up, this black box. Could you see that before?
No.
Okay, so maybe we're where we can see it now. So there are the different options, the screen option, the webcam, or both. Here's my webcam in the lower corner. So that's where it would appear if I weren't using Zoom right now as well. Here's where my microphone is, and you want to make sure the green bars flash when you talk. And then down in this bottom, can you see the red circle?
Yes.
Yes.
So that's my record button. So once I hit record, it'll count down and it'll say 3, 2, 1, go, and then it will start recording. And right now it is recording everything that I have on my screen. So there's a red and white box around the area that I can actually move and widen if I need to. And you can see, you might not be able to see the numbers, but it is counting down and telling me how long I'm doing my recording. Okay. So once I'm done with my recording, I can hit the pause button, and then I can actually even replay what I've done. If I made a mistake, I can start recording from there, and then I just hit done when I'm done. And then it'll pop up. Are you able to see this? Where it says what's next, save, upload, or edit video?
Yes.
Okay, great. See, all these things were working before for me, but you guys just couldn't see them. So I'm so sorry about that. Once I hit the save upload button, it'll open a new window and it will say save as a video file on your computer. You can upload it to Screencast-O-Matic, or if you have a YouTube channel, it seamlessly uploads to YouTube very, very easily. Hold on, I gotta admit a couple people here. Okay.
Hey, Robin,
Yes.
which way would be best for students to watch it?
So for students, can you pause for just a second, Jessica, and then I'll tell you that part of it.
Okay.
Give me just a second with this. So if you're the teacher and you have your video file, I usually save the video file somewhere for me, and then I have a YouTube channel, so then I go ahead and upload it to YouTube, and that works really, really easily. I think I do the video file just so I have kind of a backup copy if I ever need to edit it or anything like that. I have not done the upload to Screencast-O-Matic. I usually just keep it in either my own files or for YouTube. If you are having students do this, you have them save the video file, and then they can do a couple of different options. They can either save it to their OneDrive and share the file with you, or they can upload it to Stream. And with Stream, in the Office 365 apps, that is a video sharing that's only available to students and teachers in our school district. So that would stay within our building. So if you're sharing this with like other people, that's not going to be able to happen outside of our school corporation. But that Stream app is really nice to use for kids, because what it does allow you to do is it allows it to be safe and protected and nobody else can see it. So those are the two options I would recommend for it. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to stop sharing my screen right now. Jessica, did that make sense?
Yes.
Okay. Screencast-O-Matic. I promise it's really easy. It seemed harder than it was, but it's really, really easy. So what else would you like to know about Screencast-O-Matic? And I've got Christina here has said, you can move the bars at the bottom where you see the voice frequency if you wanted to cut off a part. For example, if you messed up at the very end. Yes, it's very easy to, it's called truncate, and you can truncate it to like move it to a different spot and then just start re-recording if you mess something up. And she said that she saved to Screencast-O-Matic and posted to Schoology as a link, so that's a great way to do it as well. Jillian, if you post it to Schoology, it would be the link and not the file. The files are usually too big to upload. So it would either be if you shared it to YouTube, shared it to Screencast-O-Matic, or like I said, you can also share it to Office 365 and share the file link. So people are able to do that as well.
Robin, excuse me, how do we avoid the problem you had early in this meeting where your audience didn't see what you were thinking they saw?
That was a Zoom issue. So Zoom wasn't showing my screen to you guys like I thought it was because I had started it afterwards. You won't have that problem in Screencast-O-Matic. Screencast-O-Matic just records whatever is on your screen without problems at all. So while it looked like it was a problem because you guys couldn't see it, I actually could see everything, which is why I thought you guys could see it too. All right, other questions on Screencast-O-Matic? Okay, so what I'm gonna show you next is Loom. And the reason that I'm showing you 3 different ones is that everyone seems to like one of these. Some people don't like Screencast-O-Matic as well, and some people really like Loom. Some people don't like Loom and like Screencastify. That's totally up to you as to how you want to do it. So let me show you. I'm going to close out of my Screencast-O-Matic, and I'm going to go to Loom, and it's just loom.com. And again, I'll show you at the end, I'll show you a link where I've got all of these linked on my library page so that you can see them all. So once you sign into Loom, a couple of things that are really cool about Loom. First of all, Loom has made it, and hang on just a second here, I got to close out of a few things so that you can see what I'm looking at. All right. Okay. Are you able to see the Loom site right now?
Yes.
Okay, great. So it's just loom.com. Once you log in, what they have done, and if you look up at the top, it says COVID-19 response key changes to your subscription. They have made it so it's unlimited length videos. Now, a couple of thoughts. First of all, 15 minutes in Screencast-O-Matic. Loom is unlimited, and then the one I'm going to show you in a little bit, Screencastify, has a limit of 5 minutes. What you do want to think though is even though this is unlimited, doesn't mean that you want to talk for an hour to your students because they will not listen to you for that long. It's going to be really hard to keep their attention just looking at the screen. So I usually, when I make these videos, I try to do it no longer than between 5 and 6 minutes. If you want to teach multiple concepts, or if you have a very detailed concept that you want to go over, I would recommend doing multiple videos around 5 minutes long and maybe embedding some questions in that in between. So with Loom, one thing it allows you to do, and it'll prompt you to do this, but it can add a Chrome extension at the top. So this is this little Loom for Chrome. And that works really, really well so that I don't actually have to be in Loom if I'm going, oh, I'm doing this and I want to record it. It works really well. But from Loom, all you're going to do is click on New Video. And it'll pop up here with my, normally it'll pop up with my screen right there, or with my, I'm sorry, picture of me from my camera right there. Again, we're using 2 things at one time. Are you able to see the small box in the right-hand side that's popped up?
Yes.
Yes. Okay, great. So you can see again, there's the screen and the camera, and it's going to say denied access because I'm using it for the other app, the screen only or the camera only. And so then you just can start recording on this. It will say it wants to share my screen. It will count down 3, 2, 1, and again, it will start recording me and whatever is on the screen. When I am done with that, there is a little green check box or check mark in the lower left-hand corner that says finish recording. I click on finish recording. And the nice thing about this, couple of things. Can you see the box here on the right where it says send your video?
Yes.
Okay, great. Thank you for people who are commenting back to me. That's very helpful since I can't see you right now. There is a link that's copied that it automatically saves it in Loom, so you don't have to worry about saving the file, uploading it in Schoology, uploading it anyplace else on your OneDrive. It's already saved right within Loom. And so you can copy the link. A couple of other things that are important here that might be good for students is that if you want to add a password, it can be password protected. So if you want to protect students so that nobody else can see them, you can do it that way. There is also some editing that you can do in terms of trimming, like at the beginning or the end, or if there's a part in the middle that you don't like. If you click here, you can change the title, and it will also tell you how many people have viewed the video right through here. So then you can just click on copy link. It copies it. I can put it on my Schoology page, and it's all set up and ready to go, and it saves right within Loom. So that's also a nice option for you. All right, I'm gonna stop sharing my screen right now. And that was Loom. I like both. I always seem to remember Screencast-O-Matic, but now that I've added the Google extension, the Chrome extensions on for Loom, I think that makes it really nice and easy too. Plus, I don't have to worry about the uploading component on this. I can just go ahead and record and copy the link to it. So
Robin,
on Loom, yes.
I'm not quite understanding the advantage of the Chrome extension. Can you explain that again?
Yeah, so I don't know if you have a Google account, and I know we're an Office 365 school district, so sometimes we're only using Office 365, but a Chrome extension, what it will do, let me share my screen again. Okay, so at the top on my Chrome extension, it will just automatically add it to the very top of Chrome. And then when I am ready to record something, I just click on it and it will just pop up with my window and I can start recording. So I don't have to remember what was the name of the website. Oh yeah, I've got to go to loom.com and then I have to sign in and then I have to do all that stuff. I just click that little button and I'm ready to start recording.
Okay, thank you.
Yep. Thank you for asking that question.
Hey, Robin.
Yep.
This one, when you're saving it through Loom, is it still just private? You're the only one that can put the links out?
Yes. Yep, great question. We want to be concerned about privacy. So yes, that is definitely, it's just you with your login that has access to it.
Can you go back in and delete things later?
Yes, yes, absolutely. Super easy. All you do is click on it, hit delete, and it deletes it.
Now, do we have to, you know, like on OneDrive, you have to make sure you share files. Do you still have to do that with Loom, or is it automatic?
You would just share the link that was given to you.
Okay.
Once you finish the recording, that screen pops up on the right-hand side that says copy link. You just have to share the link.
Okay.
So there's some advantages to it over Screencast-O-Matic.
Do the kids have to log in or anything, or it's a direct link to the video?
It should be a direct link to the video.
Okay.
Unless you password protect it, but they don't have to have a Loom account to be able to see it.
Okay. And is this, after all of this is over, is Loom still free for us? Or, you know, when life gets back to normal, will we have to pay or?
Right. according to their website, because they just switched it to being the pro version is free for educators, you do have to sign up with your school email account. It will send you an email and it will verify that you're within the school corporation. According to their website, it says that they are going to keep it, the pro version, free from now on for teachers and students. So they said it didn't used to be, but it is now. All right. Other questions on Loom? I'm going to talk about one more. I'm going to go ahead and share my screen again. And we are going to look at Screencastify. So Screencastify is a Google product. So once you come to Screencastify, for me, it says already installed, but if you haven't done it before, it will just say, do you want to install the Chrome extension? And again, the Chrome extension for Screencastify, it's this little arrow up here. So once it's installed, you do have to sign in with a Google account for it. So you've got to have a Gmail account for this. It will pop up and it will be very similar to Loom. It will say, okay, you want to record with the microphone? Do you want to embed the webcam? You can make a decision as to what you're doing, and then you can go ahead and record. There is a 5-minute limit on Screencastify, just so you're aware, so you can't go any longer than that. One of the benefits of this, and it's probably not going to start recording because I've got too many things going on with Zoom. It looks very similar. I'm going to stop the share here. It looks very similar to the Loom one where you just hit the button and then you stop. The only difference is that you can upload it directly to YouTube or it saves to your Google Drive automatically. So I'll share my screen one more time here because I'll show you my Google Drive. When I go into my Google Drive, it automatically creates a folder, and the folder is called Screencastify. Oops, there it is. And there's my sample one that I created this morning when I was messing around with it so that you could see. So then if it's a Google one, you just do get shareable link. So I just right clicked on it and did get shareable link. And then I can copy that link and send it to students or put it in Schoology from there. Okay, so that is Screencastify. Again, you have to add that Google Chrome extension, and once you add the Chrome extension, you just hit the little arrow and it records everything for you. So those are the three that are mostly prevalent right now that people are using that I found. Is there anything else that you guys are finding that might work even better? Okay, I'm not hearing from anybody. A couple of things just to remember. One, and it looks like you guys are all doing a great job of this. I talked about speaking very loudly when you're doing screen recordings. That's important. Zoom meetings as well. You also want to make sure that your eyes, where our screen is, divided into thirds, your eyes should be at the top third of the screen. So I see a lot of people doing things like this. You can see where I'm at now. I see a lot of those, or even down below like this. I use something and I prop up my screen so that my eyes are in the top third of the screen, and that's what's recommended for screen recordings if you're doing that and if you're showing yourself on there. Okay. Are there any other questions that I can answer?
Robin, if you use a headset, would it reduce how loud you have to be?
It does some, yes. Yeah. You still want to speak up and use a good teacher voice though when you're doing recordings. It really does help. But yeah, I have right over here. I have my headset. I've got my USB, and then there's a microphone on here as well. And so I do use these sometimes when I'm doing recordings also. Just kind of depends on what I'm doing. I probably do these more, the headphones more, when I'm not recording myself on the screen, but I have found that it keeps the students more engaged if my face is on there as well. It just, I don't know, it gives them something to look at too, besides just looking at the screen, and they kind of go back and forth. It kind of gives them more personal touch. All right, what other questions? Oh, I know what I have to do. I have to show you where these are all saved. Hold on, let me share my screen. Now I gotta put my glasses back on. These laptops are, I just can't see the screen without my glasses. I guess I'm just getting too old. So I'm on the Avon Community School Corporation page, and can you guys see that okay? Hopefully?
Yes.
Okay, great, thank you.
Yes, sorry, I was muted.
That's all right. If I click on where it says Avon High School, I'm gonna go to the Avon High School page. I'm gonna click on where it says library. This is our library page, and on the right-hand side under additional resources, I have quarantine resources, lack of a better word. And I have links to how to do Zoom. We're gonna be doing Flipgrid later today, so if you're joining that, there's some information there. I've got some other resources, but as I scroll down, the screencasting resources, all of the links are right here. So if you can't remember, you can remember to get to my library page. They're all right there for you. And you're welcome to use anything else on this page as well. As I find things that are relevant and helpful to people, I just kind of put everything under the quarantine resources. I know we're all getting inundated with like a million different things. So I'm trying to kind of figure out what's the best and put it in one spot for us. All right, I am always available for questions. Again, I'm Robin Young. I'm the librarian at the high school. And if you have any questions, feel free to email me and I'll be happy to help you with whatever I can. Thank you so much, everyone, for your time. Stay safe and well.
Thanks, Robin.
Thank you,
Have a great day.
Robin.
Thanks, Robin.